Today we live in a society where everything is just a click away with the convenience of cell phones, tablets, and iPads. To find out what's going on around the world, you no longer have to wait every morning for the paperboy to deliver the newspaper. You can just turn on your TV or even your iPad and cell phone to news sites to get faster and easier coverage. How convenient, simple modern technology has made the average man's life. But is convenience always a good thing? Today I would like to talk about the downfalls of modern technology and how it may affect us. Addiction. For my first point, I would like to address how addictive modern technology has made our life. Imagine you've been studying for a huge history test in the morning, and as you're studying and reading, you notice your phone lights up. It's a notification from Facebook from one of your closest friends posting on your wall. Out of curiosity, you put your textbook down and you turn to your phone. You decide to take a 5-minute break from reading to check your messages, and as time goes by, that 5 minute turns to an hour into 3 hours. At this point, you've fallen asleep with your phone in your hand. As you wake up, you notice your book is on the floor and your phone is still in your hand and you're completely unprepared. As you walk into the classroom, phone still in your hand, book still at home, you're completely unprepared and you end up bombing the test. But why? It's because you were addicted and you were focused on your phone than what was more important, your test. That's the bad part about technology. We focus so much on our cell phones, our tablets, and what's going on in the world that we're not focused on what's going on presently in front of us. We do bad on tests. We do bad on assignments. We lose our jobs at work because we're texting people. Technology should not be our main focus. Technology should not be the main thing that we're focused on. With that in mind, it's easy to see how being addictive towards technology can lead to increased loneliness. Imagine you're texting your boss and reading emails, and your spouse walks in and is venting about their day. As you're reading your emails and texting your boss about the assignments that's due during the week, your spouse is telling you how bad of a day they had. As they're speaking, you're not listening. You're so focused on something that's not important that you're not focusing on the most important person, which is your spouse. They begin to ask you questions to see if you're listening, and of course you're not. Out of frustration, they walk out and you're left there questioning why they were so mad. This is where loneliness comes in. Your spouse feels that they weren't important, so they turn to other people who is willing to listen. You are now left alone with your cell phone, which you think is more important, and it's not. Plagiarism. With my idea earlier, I said you were studying for a test and you end up doing bad. Now imagine you have to write a paper for the next day. Plagiarism can be defined as stealing someone else's work and playing it off as your own, or rewriting someone else's words without giving them credit. Citing. Imagine you have a history paper that's due the next day and your professor gives you guidelines saying it has to be original work, original words, and you have to use key points that were talked about in class. As you write in your paper, you use all the key points that you know, but you don't have any creative thoughts. So you start to panic, and you start to get frustrated, and you start to get desperate. What's the first thing you do? You turn to your tablet and go to the internet. The internet has made it so easy for available documents and research to be posted online, and at this point you go to this website and you steal an author's words and pass it off as your own, and you turn in the paper the next day. As your professor is reading your work, they notice this isn't stuff that you usually say. What's going on? So now professors have the ability to type in certain words to see if you use someone else's work, and you've gotten caught. In most of this business, professors state that you are not allowed to plagiarize. If you are caught, there's major consequences. You can be expelled. Colleges will drop you. You've paid all this money, you've come all this far just to steal one sentence and jeopardize your life. You can also get a D in the course. A D in college is just like an F. It doesn't count. See how modern technology has a downfall to it? For my last part, I would like to talk about cyberbullying and cybercrime. Just recently, I watched a movie called Unfriended. The main summary and plot of the movie was a girl, she was at a party and she got drunk and she passed out on the floor. Her so-called friends took video of it on their cell phones and uploaded it to a website for everyone to see. As the video went viral, the girl started to get text messages bullied to tell her she was a slut, she was a fool, she was a drunk. People started attacking her Facebook from tablets. At this point, the girl commits suicide. What was supposed to be a joke turned to a girl committing suicide and losing her life. This is where technology is bad for us. We abuse the privilege of embarrassing other people for our pleasure. Overall, I want to make the point. While it is fun, it's convenient, it's helpful for some people abuse the privilege of technology. So the next time you decide you want to buy your tablet, the next time you decide you want to buy your cell phone, realize, don't be so addicted to it, because you can end up being lonely. Don't plagiarize. Be original. And don't bully someone. You will get in trouble.